This is where Draven shines.
"32 colleges entered, and now we are down to the top 8. Welcome to the 2022 College Championships for the championship right here, live from Los Angeles. As you see, first up, we'll see Western University take on UST Esports in a best of 3.
Yeah, according to Shogo, Gorica is washed, and according to Gorica, he wants to put him in his place. So these two have just been off camera doing some pretty incredible things, just talking to one another, and seeing them on the map is just going to be electric.
Well, on camera, they've got some dice there, Shogo, on the graphic. I wonder what those are about. I don't know. Is he rolling the dice on this matchup?
Still, even through.
True. Yeah,
right
look at him.
Doesn't smile.
Look at that guy.
So nuts, right? Because besides just his smiles, what else was impressive?
The Yumi
was that let's go. Was their stats in general too, because you saw Gorica was first in almost every single thing in there in terms of the matchup too. But
yeah, Seraphine into Victor is a good matchup. I think it's perfectly fine. You outrange the Victor. You're also able to match him in the wave push, and then you're able to immediately link up with your jungler.
Okay.
Shogo.
Okay. We're going for it. All right, Samir Nautilus, everyone get in there.
Nice. Okay. We're just going straight up aggressive.
Nice
we want to go for kill.
bands.
Exactly. Yeah. Get rid of the Soraka, which is going to be super problematic for someone like Samir and Nautilus. And this is just really cool. I like this coming out from Western. Picking them with the Ashe now, obviously, this is going to give you a ton of the range priority. However, falling back on it may be a little bit more difficult if they ever find an all-in.
12-9 Koggles? No, it's Ashe.
Typically, I would say a lot of champions play like sharks, right? If you just keep moving, you're fine.
Yep.
If you stop moving, it's a little bit more problematic.
Bruise. We'll see what happens here in game number 1. Our first of 2 best of 3s for the day. Our first of 4 best of 3s for the week. 4 total days of Collegiate Hero Arc Battery. We will finally determine our champion for 2022 in a long while. We have quite the journey to make before we get there.
Yes, but this is also the return of the LAN event. The 1st time
Let's
we've had
go!
all of the teams and their families, players, the fans coming into the LCS studio and able to kind of hold that tradition that we've kind of missed for the past couple years. This whole top side is gone.
Those pinks say they did, so they're gonna leave because they know.
Here we go.
So there's a possibility, but they're flashing on in. Everyone's flashing out to safety. Gorica and Link's gonna burn through a summoner to get out.
And I love this coming out from Shogo and Chookies. They're pushing out this lane.
Oh, this is so good. Link's too far forward there. Kitsu are gonna unleash. Chookies, though, doesn't have the angle for the hook. And now Winston gonna run on down. Exhaust is pop. Lulu gonna turn the fight around. Damage is big. That's not enough. Kitsu has to get out of there. Winston gonna go in. Forces a flash. Moves on in. Gets himself rooted. Shogo flashes out to safety, but Kitsu gets low. Perfect! As Gorica's gonna get first blood and Winston's gonna get second.
Right there. As soon as I saw them overextend into the turret range, there was a lot of question mark pings for me. I was very worried there, and Shogo, Chookies, as well as Kitsuo, go way too far. They overextend. Really great punish there from Winston to get his team back onto the board. So not only 2 kills in their back pocket, but another wave that's gonna crash. Maybe there's another Punisher. This wave is massive for Western.
Yeah, Chookie's only level 3 as well. Has to be careful here. They know. I mean, the posturing is enough to give it away. There's a ward there as well. Kitsuo actually not going to be even able to take that out as Winston's going to roam down again. Another quick slow. They just keep stacking. It's basically a stun. Kitsuo is going to be able to dash away with the decoy, but not enough. Nice. Samira W is going to keep Wukong barely alive, and Loyal's down here as well.
They're
let her rip with the ulti.
Yeah, maybe. There's level 4s, level 5s, Loyal's here with that ultimate like you were saying, and there's no Samira wind wall. So with this wave crashing...
It's actually doomed.
Can they do it? He has Cleanse. Shogo has Cleanse. Can he make this play? There's no teleports. Robbie Bob has Ignite in his ultimate.
It could be 5v2 if they want. They're going to dive in. They're going to get one with that Victor ulti. Massive on the backside of it. A double for Winston. But Robbie Bob finds an answer as Gorica's trying to get out of there. Winston going to maybe be a third there as Robbie Bob's trying to turn the play around. Winston barely able to dash out to safety. Now Gorica is coming in for the maximum punish. Victor will be left to die as Gorica cleans up again.
Oh my god, and the Western boys, they get to pop off even more. That looked very, very close for a moment there in that tri-bush when Robbie was picking up all these kills. But Shogo, he pops the cleanse really early in that fight, so the Seraphino is already ripping through the rest of his team. And now Western are completely far ahead at this point. They will have priority as they come back and redeploy onto the map with their bot lane, maybe finishing off a couple of mythics here in their jungle. This is going to be incredible for them. Okay,
UWO.
so I do want to say, Western, I like that they're keeping up the tempo, right? They're constantly making plays. They're up in a lot of their lanes in terms of experience and the levels that we're seeing here on the side of our screen, but they need to continue getting objectives. These dragons are going to help, but really for St. Thomas, they're waiting for the third dragon. They're waiting for that spike when Robbie Bob maybe has an item and a half, when Shogo is able to kind of catch up in that gold department. That'll be where they will make or break the game.
Actually going to try and stop this Herald here. Kitsuo a little bit low.
That's
good. Here though, but here's Lynx. They're going to go in for it there. The damage though is pretty big. And Winston, he's going to live with the shield, but not long enough. Robbie Bob's still there. Gets himself stunned. Loyal moving in to try and get the kill. He's going to roam on in. Lynx going to get the kill in an absolute mess of a battle around this Rift Herald. And now it's Calculus left on in a 1v2. The Rift Herald goes to Gwen. Calculus still trying to find his way out of there. Set W's ready to go. Gorica.
Shogo.
With a 1v1 finds it. So Weston get a kill, Portugal gets revenge, and they will get the Herald as well.
Oh my god, and the Herald almost despawned there. That's the Battle of the Alamo on Herald top side. Shogo not able to win the 1v1. He's losing out on the range matchup, but he presses tab. He looks at the top side of his map. Gamers, we did it. We made out on the play. We got it, and it was a little bit messy.
Also cut the gold lead down relatively significantly.
Yes.
Herald should be some extra gold as well after points is there. Let's watch this one again.
Okay, so the fact that Robbie Bob lives through all of this is basically healing and shielding 101. Not only is he able to use the Q and getting a lot of movement speed off of that, but playing really well off of vision here. Robbie Bob lives for so long, dodges out on the Seraphine ultimate. And this is honestly just really fun to watch if you're just like a spectator. You're just seeing Loyal get max HP shield. Lynx is here, putting down DPS. And while Calculus, he's waiting for his ultimate, he's not able to do anything. In the picture-in-picture after all of this, Winston is doing what he does best. Playing aggressive, running down the enemy support. Chookies has died, and Shogo, the wave is in no man's land. He's getting proxied in between his turrets. I think Shogo may be taking a fast race home.
No ulti, yeah, can't do it. Robbie Bob almost enough to complete a potential kill. But again, down the bottom side, it's 3v2. Gorica's got the arrow. Winston, though, doesn't want to commit. Now Kitsuo's going on in. You cannot fight this Graves. The decoy's going to get stunned, but Winston's going for it. The hook is nice, but the wild growth is going to keep Graves alive a little longer. And Winston, he just doesn't care, but maybe he should. Maybe not. Is UST going to have to turn tail? It's not balanced. Gorica on a rampage. Winston just going through the enemy team, and Robbie Bob's down here. Gorica getting blasted there. The damage is good. Lynx, though, is gonna die, and Robbie Bob keeping the game alive for his team. Shogo gets one. Robbie Bob gets a second. And now topside, we're not done fighting as Gwen looking good with that freshly bought Rift Maker.
It's Armageddon across the Rift. We are fighting constantly. There's only good fights at all times. Shogo, despite what was looking really scary for him, he's able to come in and clean up, pick up a couple kills, and it seems like time and time again, the solo laners for UST are bailing them out of this game, whether it means in finding good kills on the top side or saving good ganks coming out from Western.
No customers today.
Yeah, and look at how they moved, right? They already moved over Gorica to pick up this top wave, completely giving up this dragon, recognizing, look, we don't necessarily need this. We recognize that the game is going to be played not by inches, but by miles. So for right now, let's play for a little bit. Let's get more gold into Gorica, as he is super far ahead alongside Winston. And I did want to kind of take a note of, look at where the summoner spell advantages are. Gorica does not have flash. They want to try and protect this Ashe as long as they can.
Yeah, plates wearing off. Gorica, though, maybe going to be able to finish off the tower here. It's worth a pretty penny if you can get it, but the wave isn't in the right spot. Porsche should be able to catch it. Winston is also down there in the enemy jungle, but a good move here by UST to protect Porsche here in the top half of the rift.
Oh,
Gorica, though, wants it. Winston going to be left alone. The Nautilus ulti's there! Almost gets two, but not going to grab it there. Gorica does get the tower, though, as Porsche leaping on in. No flash, remember. The heal already popped. TP burn. Stun is there. They're going onto the Gwen, but Robbie Bob gets exhausted a little bit late, and so the ulti's still ticking around. Kitsuo flashing on in, but Kitsuo finds Lynx to the bottom side. The backline decimated there by the UST flank, and Calculus can't get out. Winston's going to be left for dead, and Calculus CC'd into oblivion as UST find 4 kills in the top lane.
Oh, Robbie Bob playing on the margins there. He's able to do a lot of damage, but him and Kitsuo finally link up. It's what we've been waiting. It took 15 minutes for it to happen, but they finally make a really good flank. And the fact that Porsche, Loyal!
Oh, that was so spicy! Don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I love the look there. Porsche gonna die. We'll call worth it. That's a very fancy Seraphine ult.
Okay, it landed on 2. She got the encore, but I'm sure Porsche, he's finding that more than worth as he goes down. They get a turret to answer from UST, and everything is now slipping away from Western. Big thing here, not only did Gorica die, but also Winston. He got cut up in that mess. I don't know. Maybe it might have just been that pink
W
ward.
gives you a little bit of vision, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I joked about it because he's really fed, but he does pop people there. As Calculus gonna have to use the ulti to exit. Good W, but the damage is still there. More than enough CC to give Kitsuo another kill. And again, we talked about the lead, the early lead that Western had, and UST are doing 1,000 gold better than the lead that they had before. Look again, down the bottom side of your screen. The other problem is they don't know where Gwen is. And Porsche's just chilling in this brush with the perfect flank angle. So if you start this dragon, you are going to lose the team fight almost guaranteed. But they have to walk in. Kitsuo starts. Here's Porsche on the other side. Winston gonna be caught on the front lines. It's Loyal getting crushed. And now Porsche diving back in. Winston completely zoned out of the fight. Shogo just barely able to get the kill. They'll grab the dragon as well. And Western should be lucky to only lose one.
And now Western need to be feeling the pressure of this game on their shoulders.
That nothing comes up.
Man, I really appreciate Observers for showing us that Fog of War, because Western are playing with darkness across the map.
Yep.
It is just like, okay, well, we know where Robbie Bob is. We know where Shogo is. Where is the Nautilus? Where is Kitsuo's Wukong? That is super problematic for them. Oh my god! Hello?
Set? Where'd you go?
Baby boy, you're gone. You're off the map. And there we go. Can they make the pick?
They have to do something here. They need the kill. They'll get it. Gorica
one.
finds it. Now it's a 4v4.
Look
But
at-
Robbie Bob is so strong. But the flash is not enough. Gorica able to take him out, but he does go down to Porsche's Loyal. Gonna get shredded to threads as well.
Oh my god. And we thought, look, Victor just went down. That's probably, that's it, right? Like, that's all of your damage. You've been setting up Robbie Bob the last couple minutes, but they didn't even need him at that point. Porsche took up the mantle and said, look, we're gonna win this fight right now. Loyal's gone. Winston, low HP with Lynx. Can they make the steal? I mean, it's gonna be incredibly difficult. Do you think they have ultimate to try and go for this?
This is a number less than 1%
Calculus.
to steal this. As
Hey.
UST just go back in, gonna make it 0 by the looks of things. Winston zoned out, has no health to play with. Calculus back from the grave. First little flash move to get himself out of there, but Shogo finally gets some revenge, taking out Lynx there.
Oh, grasping for straws at this point. Western are just looking for anything they can get. That's a kill for Shogo. Kind of showing back up after a rough early game here. And that's St. Thomas just putting the finishing touches on this game as they're going to now go and start at the Baron. They're going to send Porsche to take over this dragon and now completely suffocate Western out of game 1.
Yeah, almost 7,000 gold ahead. They'll pop it up even more as they take down the Baron. They'll get the third dragon. They'll push themselves to Soul. Goric is going to do battle. Goric is pretty strong.
There's an ultimate here for Porsche. I don't
Porsche
know
going
how
back in. Gorica trying to win the
No.
1v1. It's not winnable, man. It's Gwen. As Loyal comes back through. Baron goes down. Loyal, don't do it. You can't fight the Gwen. Oh, he can. I take it all back. That's huge, actually.
Okay, that's a kill. I don't know if Chookies can find anything, but that's a kill. That's objective bounties there. It's a little bit of gold, and obviously it takes away some of that soul win condition. But I don't know if, St. Thomas necessarily are going to give them the next 5 minutes before that dragon spawns, right? They have the Baron. Well, right now, Robbie Bob is making Victor look not
Goodbye,
really balanced at all.
everyone. Oh, maybe not. Calculus here. Oh
Look at
my
the team
goodness, it's not
advantage.
okay. It's not okay. It's so not okay. Robbie Bob gonna get
He's
CC'd
done.
to death. Gorica finds the last minute shot there with the volley. And now Kitsuo is
I don't know
in
about
the
this,
enemy
guys.
base. Running it straight in. The Guardian Angel was a little bit ambitious. Apparently didn't like having the cooldown. And now a double route there from the Seraphine. And UST have to find an exit strategy. The exit strategy is through the enemy teams. And it looks a bit silly, but it still works out. Shogo popping off. One Link's gonna get the final kill.
Okay, that's everyone dead. Let's see if Winston can make a base defense. Gwen is pushing on the opposite side of the map. Very sloppy from UST, but I'm sure the rest of the boys, they just wanted to go in. Robbie Bob's obviously feeling himself. Winston with Ghost. Has the
Kitsuo's
clips
got
pop.
no mana to speak of. Yep, dead. Just
Okay.
popped there by the Graves ulti. Chucky's likely gonna go down as well. Not so tanky, Mr. Nautilus. Winston gonna grab it.
Okay, now obviously we'll laugh at the absurdity of the events that just occurred on our screen. That is really bad, I think, for St. Thomas.
You don't want to be the comp playing into your opponent.
No, of course not. You don't want to be walking into Fog of War versus Victor. We've seen it time and time again. Victor just one-shots people. There we go. Porsche is under the turret. That's an Ash ult.
Ooh, that's good there, but they can't finish off the kill. And RobbieLavan's taking out Lynx. That is absurd.
Wow.
Kitsuo dives in, gonna make it 2. 3 total there as Gorik is firing away, gets one back, but Winston gets popped by and Chookies with the flash hook is gonna seal the game for UST.
A triple kill for Kitsuo and a flash in the wrong direction that might haunt Gorica for a while. That's it. Western, they lose game 1 in a
Alrighty
back
then.
and forth game, 10,000 gold. It was a rough early start for St. Thomas, but they're gonna bring home game 1.
Little spicy towards the end there for UST. They get the win, and that's what matters at the end. You know what? We talked at the top of the day, talked about the AD carries, both of them supremely confident that they're going to show up the other one. And Gorica can say, all right, but diff in this game.
Yes.
But Shogo's like, yeah, look at my team, though.
That's definitely, after that game, if I know Shogo, he's like, bot diff. We won. Bot cannon. Better team wins, you know? It happens. Gorica, obviously, obviously we were talking about it. Everybody's like, Shogo, Gorica, Shogo, Gorica. Gorica definitely got the best of him in this game 1 and wants to probably show up in game 2. Shogo wants to get revenge.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to game number 2 here as we're kicking off the Collegiate Championship here for 2022.
I'm excited to see this from Gorica. I wonder if it's going to be an on-hit build. We're going to see maybe a little bit of a flex of like an AP Varus.
Yeah, the buffs did lean towards auto-attacking, so more on hit and stuff. So as far as like wanting to be in the 5v, I think Varus is actually pretty respectable here.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people look at Varus like, he can only poke. It's like, he can't, but that's fine. So I do like this, and I think it does give them more power in the 2v2, which is probably what they're looking for.
Yeah. Definitely. It'll give them some range to be able to harass Shogo here. And now they've picked up the Camille, which I was wondering if they were going to try and send Wukong into Ornn. It seems instead they want to go for something that's going to give Porsche a little bit more play-making potential and something that, I mean, just plays alone throughout CLoL in the round of 32 and 16. We saw some really good Camille come out of Porsche, so I'm excited. We're gonna
First
go for a
strike,
fist
he had
fight.
to. He's ready.
There
And
we
we're
go.
ready. Let's go. Game 2, UST looking to find a sweep here and push on over to the semifinals here in the top 8. And it is 5 people running down the bottom side of the rift. Alpha Battery, what happened here?
Let's see it. Appreciate everybody for kind of making it through this pause.
Don't
Okay,
run.
Lynx.
Good
Okay,
work.
he got the ward. And now everybody will notice him. And unfortunately, Paystream, we got no action level 1.
Well, RobbieLavan got a CS and a little bit of XP.
That's, I mean, he wants to make some action go down. And already you see from Western, they are punishing this lane. They are pumping DPS and they're just pushing this wave to get it under the turret. And so that it will come back out in a few. Once Graves finishes his red buff, this wave will be in a good position for him to make a gank.
Yep, we'll give it the bounce here. Nicely done. As the 1v1 in top side shouldn't have anything too dramatic. So if we go up there for a while, you'll know something exciting is probably going to happen. Kitsuo with bottom side is going to get spotted. Abyssal dive. Bailey going to not connect. Nice sidestep as well. And here he comes, Winston once again. There's a good slow. Kitsuo dashes out there, and the damage is massive onto Shogo. But he is going to live.
Oh, but Shogo flashed in place there. That's a huge amount of damage. So thankfully, Fasena, she could just press Q, and right there with the fleet footwork as well, she's going to heal a ton. Kitsuo is here to get back into his own zone. He's like, whoa.
What an angle out of Winston, man. Past geometry with flying colors as Kitsuo does have to smite there to try and live. Counter smite there from Winston. Going in deep. Lynx is here as well. Winston over the top. But the supports are there and Tom can, baby. Gonna grab first blood, but Winston does get a kill. Lynx, though, gonna die to RobbieLavan. And there are just no
What is
bad
happening?
fights in this series. Loyal gonna force a flash as well. Gorica unleashing the double buffs are on the table. Not gonna get him, though.
Oh my god, Chookies, he's just soloing Gorica at this point. Gorica, you're not getting in this fight. No, stay away. And Winston and Lynx, I think a little bit off sync in what they wanted to do there. Winston is going forward, and Lynx, the little Lulu legs, the Yordle legs cannot take you that far. He is like, please, what? That
What is
lands?
that hitbox? Yeah.
Okay, well, that landed.
You see the support item there for Senna, nice and standard stuff.
Oh my god,
This
they
is
just
not-
come off of resets, man.
This is not 30 seconds ago. This is a different play, but very similar look. Now swapping sides, though, as far as pressure is concerned. Gorica getting absolutely battered by the Senna Qs right now, and is stuck here. RobbieLavan,
Robbie.
he's going for it. Vokes in, they want the dive, the wave is there.
Hi,
Lynx is
Gorica.
trying to save the day. Gorica gonna get knocked up. The easiest kill Shogo's ever received, and Shuki's gonna live as well. They make it 2.
And I mean, right now, UST, they're playing early. They're playing a really aggressive early game with a composition that can go for scaling. So the fact that they are just slamming Western early on is super problematic for them. But St. Thomas doing a fantastic job so far. They are punishing on summoner spells. They know Gorica does not have flash. Chookies, great job. You just got a kill for your bot lane. Yep.
Nice maneuvers there for Lynx to keep that wave healthy. Winston base checking the enemy. There was the jungler there. Oh, he gets the decoy. Gets
It is again!
But bottom side, we have problems here for Gorica. Rooted up there by Shogo. Still firing away. That damage doesn't feel nice.
How much crit chance does Shogo have already? Because I feel like I just saw a crit, and maybe it's just a lethality. Serrated Dirk, if you're an AD carry player, Serrated Dirk on almost a lot of champions first is just broken. Senna's really good with it. You can just have that on Jhin as well, and you just do a ton of damage because Jin's base AD is really high thanks to his kit. Yeah, it's kind of insane. Maybe they can continue to make this play. They need to push out this wave, walk into river, and keep a mark on Robbie Bomb.
Watch TP just back up in time as well. And now UST are going to float all this pressure down to the bottom half of the rift. You have to back away. You cannot go for this dragon. UST navigate nicely despite losing the 3v3. Robbie Bob just wants to go for it though. Mans is after Loyal. Good flash.
And that's a teleport out from Calculus. The one that we were talking about, Porsche, he misses nothing. That wave is even. He's going to move right into mid-wave. Winston, flash.
Flash from Winston Bailey out of the Abyssal Dive there. And now it's a bit of a messy situation. Calculus trying to run away, but Shuki's now in the front line. Winston's going to go down. Kitsuo finding a kill though as Shogo goes again. Big for the double as Robbie Bob's going to clean up one. As Porsche finds the fourth, it's only Loyal left alive.
Oh man, a war on two fronts. Western straight up lose that. St. Thomas, they are firing away. There's two skirmishes and both of those squadrons were just doing everything.
Not even 16 minutes through and a very significant lead. Gorica, it feels bad. You just can't be standing in spots. We don't know where Camille is, and Porsche punishes accordingly.
Camille and Wukong are a AD carry's worst friends. And now Winston, let's see it. Is it the base tower defense?
Oh, the Abyssal Dive prediction, not quite there. Not bad, but not enough. Kitsuo, though, running forward. Shogo flashes towards the enemy team. That's a kill there for the Lulu. Maybe another that Kitsuo wants. Nice. Will get it. Call it a 2v1. At least Weston gets some gold.
Yeah, that's so many kills now. 3 for 1. Everybody's going to be falling. And while the mini wave can kind of be cleared out here by Loyal, this mid turret is going to fall eventually. Maybe not on this wave, but in a few, as Loyal is just getting chunked by these rockets from Robbie Bob. 20 seconds before game is decided in my mind here for both teams. If UST, they can use this as a platform. I think Western are going to probably realize we can't actually fight for this dragon, and maybe they'll go to another lane, maybe they'll look to do something there, but they have to protect this mid-wave.
Oh, baby, Robbie! You're wild, and you're going to get punished. The tower goes down, but Gorica gets some gold back, and now the Orn ulti's going to room in as well. Kitsuo too far forward. 4 people there on the ulti, and how is that not enough? Porsche able to take down Calculus, and Loyal just can't do enough damage.
Here we go. Maybe they can do a little bit of damage on the back end. They can chase them into the dragon pit. Maybe look for something. Look for Chookies. He goes in. Kitsuo.
Loyal. Kitsuo's decoy dive, but not Wukong himself. Ulti there for Winston Pop, but it doesn't quite connect as Lynx roaming on in. Shogo's going to try and protect everyone in the mist. And UST, they just keep going.
Okay, but look at this. They're using the Hextech Soul right now. Because of the way the map has changed, thank you to Observer for showing us, Gorica used the Hextech portal and is now back into this fight. Same thing with Robbie Bob. He has his teleport. Porsche is teleporting really deep on this minion wave. Western, do they give up the Drake and go towards mid lane? They have to be able to mark Porsche.
Calculus has to run. They actually can't contest here. They can't get in. They've got not enough health. You're going to try a snipe perhaps there. Gorica has to just guess. Almost guesses right. But Kitsuo takes down the dragon.
Super close, and well, it felt like a good old Texas showdown there, a stare down from the two teams. Western, they lose the draw. They're not able to get anything in that play. They lose more members than they got. It's a mid turret. It's a dragon in the back pocket of UST. St. Thomas, it's more and more leads. It's more and more of that scaling advantage for them, where Corky's going to continue to outrange this Victor. It's just a tank at this point. While Camille does do true damage, and she is kind of finishing more and more of her items, Orn is merely a stopgap measure. He is just there to say like, okay, Camille, I can't push this lane, but you can't take my turret unless I say so.
Again, Western running out of room to play with. 0 towers always feels bad in these points of the game, especially when Baron is on the table. They do have some vision, so UST can't get too sneaky on the objective, but they're going to lose everything else here. in the left side of the rift. No vision to speak of, have to walk together here in the mid lane, and again, Gunko too far forward because you're just gonna get jumped on by Kitsuo. Looking for the angle, Gorka, they're gonna find a Dawning Shadow down! Easy kill there for Porsche, and now the ulti gets used on to Winston. On out to here as well, he does get two, but Chuki's with a wonderful devour, he's gonna scoop him out to safety, and Robbie Bob still winning the 1v1, I think, on the other side. Almost lost to the Victor ulti, but does live to tell the tale.
And that's just basically an ace at this point. Lynx gets to be the single survivor. Porsche, he's going to take this mid turret. You're going to see the Baron being started up with double marksman. This is exactly what they wanted. Even if they only found one kill with the Senna and with this Corki, they ripped this to shreds. This should be the final finishing touches on this game. They've already got a massive lead. It's 23 minutes and 10,000 in their favor. Lynx, I don't know if you can step up, buddy.
The answer is no.
Yep.
Porsche maybe gonna miss out on the turret. Does indeed hit the B button as the Baron goes over. Call it 11,000 gold at under 23 minutes for UST. That is a gargantuan lead. Robbie Bob just camping the enemy mid-teleport.
Yep.
Blowing him up alongside
Loyal
who did get the kill. Loyal is gonna be ultimatum. Goodbye. Very fancy.
Not much to say there. Camille's a menace. Porsche's a menace on this team right now, and you actually just cannot walk anywhere. No lane is safe. No jungle crowd is safe. Kitsuo is making sure of that.
Oh, Senna, man, that's making it so frustrating. Chuki's even with the Devour. Kitsuo leaps on out of the belly with the shield, and UST is gonna run up down mid. They're gonna try and end this game.
That's it. I mean, Porsche's in no man's
You
land.
are wild.
I told you, the only way out for UST is through Western. They want to, drill a hole. They want to make right on through, break down the base. That's the first inhibitor being taken down. Calculus, I don't think you're saving this one, buddy. This is a foregone conclusion.
Certainly seems like it. UST going on through. Good double knockup. Polymorph's decent, but Porsche still safe enough. A Corki pokes there. Wave clear is good with the Hydra. UST may think to back away, but they do have more than a minute of Baron. Robbie Bob's going to go back and reset. TP back on through in the most aggressive position possible.
And now we're going to get to see the problem with most marksmen into Wukong and to Camille is you don't actually get space to auto-attack. You really have to try and abuse a range matchup early on, but obviously the early game completely blown up. They got perma-ganked. It was everything. Chookies was finding knock-up. Gorka was the target of a lot of pressure from the enemy team. And then you can't really poke because you're going this on-hit build. He has the Kraken Slayer. The piercing arrows don't do all that much damage unless you have the Blight. Oh! Robbie Bob!
I mean, by the way, Porsche's taking the dragon. It's a 5v4 for Western. They still can't find an angle. 30 seconds of Baron remaining. UST back on up. Make sure Porsche's safe to get the dragon. They'll take the enemy red buff. They'll finally get their reset in, but this gold lead is absolutely out of control.
UST, but also you have Converse waiting on the other side of the bracket from them. So a lot of teams that have been here, and one of our first blue blood versus new blood matchups that is going in favor of some of the new kids on the block.
Porsche goes in, Kitsuo follows Robbie Bob over the top. It's perfectly laid. The wallet has been smacked, and UWO just getting routed by UST's gold lead. They have navigated so well to get to this spot, and they're just hitting them with the wall at the end of it all. Gorka trying to make it look fancy. Maybe gonna get a kill indeed. Will not get it because that Devour was beautifully timed by Chookies. But UST will roam on down to get the objective that matters out. It is the Nexus, it is the sweep. It is them pushing forward one more round into top 4.
And that's St. Thomas making it on to top 4 in a dominant fashion. Game 1 was a little bit closer, it was a little sloppier, but his killer face from Kitsuo right there, ready to stand up. Business as usual for them so far throughout the year.
A very fun way to kick off the Collegiate Championship top 8. Again, the plan from Western was good in game number 1 and kind of went for the same thing in game 2. This time UST were like, you know what? We like that early game plan. We'll take it.
Here, just make sure you don't make it look the same, okay? Get a Senna, throw a little bit of a more Wukong in there. This time, their early game plan went a little bit better, and finally the boys get to do their bow. One of the great things we get to have, thanks to them being in person here at the studio.
Yep. Unfortunately for Western, that is another exit here
for us.
Hey.
But obviously, we got to see the heroes, right? We got to see Robbie Bob step up in the game one and save the game. Alongside him and Porsche, kind of those unsung heroes that we've been talking about. Well, we're the spotlight, I think, from everybody across CLOL has been Chookies, Shogo, everywhere.
Well, I have excellent news because we are joining the Tigers and Shogo for our post-game interview.
Thank you, Pastry Time. You just heard his name. I've got Shogo by my side after that 2-0 victory. A lot of the desk was really focusing on you and your fellow bot laner coming into this. There was a lot of action from your solo laners as well, though. What did you make of the series?
I mean, game one, our performance wasn't the best, wasn't the cleanest. Their bot lane showed up big. But game two, we kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and I think we've shown why we're the best bot lane here.
Yeah, tell me a bit more about your performance in game number 2. It felt like you had Gorka's number.
Yeah, so game two, I just decided to play with both hands, and it was all over. Game one, I mean, Robbie Bob and Porsche just did everything. They didn't even need me, so they had it. They had it.
Stepping up in that late game, though, in game 1 still, so
Yeah.
definitely give yourself props there. I do want to ask you a bit more about your relationship with Gorka. I know there's been some words you both have been exchanging going into this matchup.
I don't have any beef with him. I really respect him as a player. I think he's great. He's probably the best player on the team. But definitely feels good to beat a player of his caliber on stage. And I feel like I've shown why I'm here.
You definitely have, and there is still a journey to come for the rest of the weekend. How do you feel that you and your squad stack up against some of the others? Anyone that you have your eyes on as the biggest threats?
No, I don't think there's any threats. No.
Full confidence over here. Shogo, thank you so much for the interview, and congratulations on the victory.
Thank you so much.